We made it, dude.
Yeah, we did.
Look at the cameras. Welcome back.
What's going on?
I am Steve.
I am John Flounder. Episode 2.
You are watching Two in a Blue.
Let me give first. I want to thank everybody for when we put the first video out. Thank everybody for listening and following and giving likes. Don't forget to share, subscribe to the YouTube page, the channel, and keep watching. Hopefully, we can entertain some people.
Yeah, thanks for the support. That was
Yeah.
cool. That was really cool. How's your week going?
Hot. It's
hot. It is
in
hot,
fact,
dude.
it's truth be told, it's after 8 p.m. I'm a little cranky, so whatever comes out of my mouth tonight, I'm just going to apologize for now because it's 8:15. I'm usually in bed.
Yeah. I'm at 40 hours this week already.
40. Art, really?
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday with a money. Who's got more money than you?
I can think of a lot of people. The greenheads too.
I haven't. You know what? The no-seams have been bad where I was.
I just aspirate no-seams.
Yeah,
Constantly.
I don't. We're not around Greenhead area right now.
Oh, dude, am I more? They just fly right in a fucking truck. You could be driving down the road 60 miles an hour,
Yeah, they're
put your
bad.
window down to throw a Zin out the window, and there are two coming in.
Oh yeah.
I was like hitting them off the windshield. I forgot my ring was on.
You cracked the windshield.
Almost, yeah. I thought I almost shattered it. Yeah. Yeah, they're fucked up. Dude.
Yeah, it's hot out. It's hard to stay hydrated. Yeah, I tell everybody in this heat, you got to drink water, just water. If you're out there working,
I do 2 of these a day.
I do too, and then I try to drink a gallon at night before, like, from the time I go to.
Second gallon. This 2 of these is like 20 ounces less than a
I
gallon.
drink like 332. It's like 33 ounces, and I still piss rust at
Really?
the end of the day. Yeah. Oh, I sweat like a pig. I look like I'm going through withdrawal. I look like a fat kid at a buffet line.
Do you find you sweat more at the beginning of the week?
Yeah, because I think I'm hydrated over the weekend more.
I think.
And it just draws it.
I
By
think-
7:30, I'm soaking wet.
I think it's because I drink on the weekend and I eat like shit on the weekend, and I think that
Well, you're sweating all the bullshit out.
just getting all the bullshit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's not the drinking. It's either whatever I ate that weekend plus just humidity draws it out of me.
Yeah, it's
so,
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're changing our segments around.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna do what's the dumbest thing you've seen this week?
Okay. Dumbest thing I've seen this week. I'm going to go with the sweeper rental. We had a rental sweeper on the job. It's a sweeper truck, goes up and down the road, follows behind the mill as we're trying to clean up and get it prepped for paving. And it was a young kid. He had to be family of the company. Had to be. And he had absolutely no clue. And midway through the day, I look over and he's driving shirtless.
All right.
Like this kid was like,
Sun's out, guns out.
no, but he didn't even have he looked like Tom Brady when he got drafted.
Ooh.
Yeah, like he looked like that, like not a muscle structure at all. So I actually had to ask him. I'm like, yo, cuz, you don't got no air conditioning in that thing? He goes, barely. What's barely? You either do or you don't.
Yeah.
What does barely mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was
Maybe just
probably.
blows. It's not cold.
I have
not
no
hot.
idea, but he was riding around shirtless, and I'm like,
dude.
this is not going to go over well on a construction site. And everybody's seen it and pretty much broke his balls. And then he had like 20 minutes later, he got his shirt back on.
They sweeper guys are nuts, dude.
He actually dumped the whole.
I don't even know why they have mirrors on the truck.
Instead of finding a truck, he dumped it in the middle of the street.
No. For the mill?
No, for I guess the backhoe to pick up. And put in a truck because there was no truck available, so he stopped and just dumped the hopper in the middle of the street. I'm
I'd
like,
probably lose
what
my
is
mind.
going on?
Yeah. That's not cool.
Yeah. So there's the dumbest thing I've seen this week so far.
Yeah. So we had like we're milling and paving Route 9, and the way it works on the north end of Route 9, they took there used to be a bridge at the end of it that took you, I don't know where it took you. But they took the bridge down, and now it just dead ends. So you have a 2-mile stretch from Roosevelt to the end of Route 9, where like the Tuckahoe Inn is,
Right.
and it's just like a 2-mile cul-de-sac. And we're doing one way, the whole length of the road, alternating traffic.
Is that the Beasley Point where it ends
Yeah,
at Beasley Point?
yeah.
So it's stopped right because they got rid of the Beasley
Yeah,
Point Bridge.
yeah.
So you actually have to get off and then get back
Yep.
on the Parkway,
Yep.
then get back
Yep.
on the 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know why
There's
they did it like that.
I think there's 32 side streets, and 16 of them are no outlets.
They're all circles.
They're all circles
Oh, that's the worst.
in the
paving.
big circle,
That's the worst paving.
and it's 2 miles of alternating traffic. So we had 2 state troopers and 4 flaggers on Monday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so I mean our walkie-talkies are like fucking Tonka toys.
Right.
They're just
They're Fisher
you go
Price.
they say 26-mile range on them,
No.
bro. Who the fuck rates these fucking things?
Yeah, 26.
In what desert did you go to get 26 fucking miles? Are you
I don't-
fucking kidding me?
No, that's impossible. 26 with those stupid handhelds. They're
Dude, it's
they're
fucking big,
They're
dude.
never accurate ever. It's like, oh, you can go like 3
Holy
miles.
fuck.
No, you can't. You can't even go a couple
Yeah.
miles. Forget 26.
Yeah.
2 miles. If you hit a mile, you're probably out of range.
Yeah.
With them stupid things.
And not to mention we had a flagger thinks he's like Eddie fucking Murphy. Just
They don't want to
the
just
whole
don't
fucking
shut up.
They were dead by 9 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
Just shut.
Dead.
I know.
So I had the troopers on either end of the pattern. Basically, the one trooper was in front of the mill, the other trooper was behind the paper. So I gave the guy the thermometer gun. I said, look, when it gets to like, they said 140, I told him 160. I was trying to move it along.
Right.
I was trying to condense the pattern as much as I could. I said, when it gets to 160, you can just move up to where it gets
Right.
too hot. So, and then I just had like the flaggers kind of fill in between them.
Right.
This poor fucking guy, dude. I totally didn't even think about the situation.
Was he now? Is this somebody they called out of the hall just for flagging,
This is
or
a
is it-
state trooper.
Oh, the state trooper.
In full state trooper gear,
in
with
this-
long
in this-
sleeves,
yeah.
with a thermometer gun, taking his job seriously. Like, he had that fucking thing out, dude. Bro, I drove past him at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This guy was purple. I didn't even think he was like standing on 180-degree fucking asphalt
Oh
all
my
day
God.
in 100-degree weather. I was
And the
like,
shit
bro,
they wear is hot.
Dude, I was like, dude, get in your car. So I was like, just stand here. I was like, sit in the air conditioner. I got water. I got Gatorade. I'm like,
At least he was at his car helping. Like at least he was actually doing
Oh
it.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
The problem is, right? One of the state troopers from the next day, so yesterday, drove by, saw this whole situation
Mm-hmm.
going on. Just cars all over the fucking place. This guy's purple. He's about to pass the fuck out. The
Right.
other one's hiding somewhere, and so we got 2 more state troopers for Tuesday. We're like, we need 2 more state troopers. We need 2 more flaggers.
Right.
We're gonna spread this thing out. Blah blah blah. So my plan was, all right, I'm gonna have the troopers at either end and the troopers at the major intersections, and our flaggers are just gonna fill in.
And this is why I don't do TCC.
Yeah, and our flaggers are just gonna fill in, right? So I'm going over the whole spiel. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. The mill is on the road, ready to fucking roll. 2 mills. We got a buggy behind it. I
Right.
mean, like the works. Right? So I'm like, all right, you go on this end, you go on, and the state trooper who drove by it was like, what? We don't flag. I was like, well, that's going to be an issue.
Right.
Because I have 4 radios, 4 of which are Tonka toys. I was like really kind of counting on your radios. He's like, yeah, we don't do that. I drove by the job yesterday. we don't do that. He's like, let me check. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I said, well, can you check please before I continue this
flag.
spiel? Right.
Yeah.
They don't.
They don't.
Dude, this guy found it in the small print of their contract with New Jersey Department of Transportation. They do not fucking flag.
So what do? They just sit there with the car then.
They assist with traffic. Which
They
I was like,
assist.
that's pretty objective. Like, I would say flagging is
So
assisting.
then put it all. Then you put the onus right back on
Bro,
us again.
We had to call the hall. I had to go run and get more Tonka toy walkie-talkies. I mean, I was scrambling, dude. Absolutely.
That's a
scrambling.
dickhead move too, because most of the time,
kind
like
of a dick.
it is a dick move, because most of the
Yeah,
time,
they wouldn't even get me started.
most
bro.
of the time the cops
Yeah,
would
yeah.
do help out. Oh yeah, I'll use my. In fact, I never even had to ask the cop to use the radio. If there was 2 cops, that's how they communicated.
Yeah. They
So-
called the head of traffic, like the cop who was like the head of the traffic department, came out to inspect the job because of the way Monday went. That guy must have like,
Somebody bitched.
yeah, he must He must have locked up like we were talking
Well,
about.
you're doing
last
how
week.
many miles on Route 9? I mean, like
2, and it was go until you're done. That's why I'm at 40 hours this week.
Oh my Lord.
We did the first. We did southbound on Monday, northbound on Tuesday, and then we did 17 intersections today.
That's unbelievable.
It was brutal, dude.
Like I love too how they wait until you get into like oh it's now the superheat's coming. Let's work long days.
Well, we were going to get 12 state troopers just to cover the intersections because I mean, like you can't control. There's a house every 50 fucking feet, and there's 1 million fucking side streets.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Not to mention, I had like a whole nother company working 4 miles down the street that I had to maintain as well.
Yeah, I wonder who's pushing for it to one side get done and one side the other side get done. Can't you couldn't cut it into 4 days instead of 2?
They wanted to get in and get out, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, they wanted in and out.
Jeez.
Yeah, driveways on Friday. That's going to be a mess too.
Oh, they'll be there for weeks for driveways.
I'm not even going to pay attention to that. I couldn't sleep on Sunday because I knew how bad it was going to be on Monday.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, fuck. But that's the dumbest thing I've seen this week is like that whole situation.
That's pretty stupid, and we see some stupid shit.
Yeah, I got hollered at by this poor old lady, dude. We were getting hollered at from Monday till screamed at these people. This old lady, right? I parked my truck for a second. She's like, she waves her cane at me. Mm-hmm. How many guys are out here? I'm like, a lot. How many? Number. And I was like, I don't have any earthly idea how many guys are out here.
The fuck's it to you?
She goes, I wanted to get you guys something.
Oh.
I felt like a scumbag.
Oh.
Dude. I don't know if I don't think I reacted too bad, but I felt bad because I knew what I was thinking.
Because I can see that.
It was exactly what you just said.
I was trying to be nice, and I was like, "What the fuck's it to you, lady?"
She's like, "Oh, my husband was a union worker." I was like, "Oh God, all right."
That's nice when they do shit like that.
Came out with gift cards.
Oh, nice.
Eddie Murphy flagger stole them all. Everyone's like, "Where's the gift cards?" I was like, "Oh fuck."
Right.
Man. That's Eddie Murphy. So yeah.
Civilians are nice. They love to give us a hard time, like we do it on purpose all the time.
One guy was sweeping the road. We had 2 sweepers, and there was a guy sweeping the road in front of his house. I was like, "Sir, there's like 2 commercials sweeper trucks right behind you."
Nah, we're good. I'm good. I'll just broom it.
No, they're gonna leave boogers.
They're gonna leave boogers.
I was like, "God, you know that term?"
Was an Italian guy spraying it off with a hose?
Dude, I don't know what he was. He
driveway
was
off?
cranky, dude. Cranky motherfucker. Yeah. He actually. So
well, this is when short people get miserable too. Because
you know how they lay out the sidewalks? When we were doing concrete a couple months ago, and we were going by his house where the sidewalk is, so we laid out like what was getting ripped up, what was getting replaced. Don't you know this guy goes out and like marks it himself, and fucking confused the concrete crew? They ripped it all out.
Ripped it all out.
The state paid for it.
Oh, I was gonna say because a lot of the state sometimes will turn around and just.
I mean, they had a pretty good reason. To do it.
They got the money though. They got the money. Don't care.
Yeah. So yeah. Whew.
Well, some dumb shit this week.
Yeah. Let's get right into construction 101.
All right.
It's our Reddit question of the week. What is the actual reason police have to be present in road construction areas? So, all right. So why do we have cops on the job?
All right. So all right. This is like it's a gray area question for me. At least it is. So I like having the cops out there simply for the presence of the police being there. They put their lights on. People normally will hit their brakes and at least slow down so they can react. For whatever reason, and I feel like they should change the color of cones and barrels. The color orange makes people go absolutely retarded. Like and then all of a sudden they don't know where the brake pedal's at, and they're just driving and they have tunnel vision. So a lot of times with a cop being present, they have their lights on, that gets their attention, they slow down. Now, there are times where the cops set up not in the right area. We should try to say if a guy sees you, shouldn't ignore it. Be like, hey, you might want to back up, go sit over here. But a lot of times too, the cops don't help.
No.
Or like at least like if I say, listen, you got to watch the traffic coming into this road. This is a heavy traffic way and pedestrians, and they sit in their car, and that's all they do. Now, I've had sergeants come out and say, if you have a problem, call this number and let me know that they're not helping you. Mm-hmm. And I've had other ones say, nah, they're here. They're sitting in their car. That's they're present. That's all they're supposed to do. So,
this is a funny one because it says county on a county road, which is I wasn't really expecting. There's not many cops out on county jobs, really.
Not really.
It might get contracted in, like the police department itself might, have some type of deal worked out with the county, with the township.
A lot of times too, the cops will shut you down. Like there's been
Yeah,
townships
no.
they'll shut
Yeah,
you down
they get
because
pissed.
they weren't
Yeah,
called out.
yep.
That's their bread and
Yep.
butter too, which I agree.
Yeah.
They should be out there. I think they should be out there for the simple reason where if somebody gets hurt, something happens, you got a guy right there.
Yeah.
And they can, and if they even seen it happen, even better. You don't need a witness. The guy saw it.
Yeah.
But so road work police, to me, it's more beneficial than it is not beneficial for me.
Yeah, and on the state jobs, there has to be one trooper per intersection with a light that you're working through.
Okay.
So if you're on a state road, you're going through 3 traffic lights.
They gotta be three
within the
three
project.
troopers.
There has to be 3 troopers.
Gotcha.
And that's because no one, no matter what certifications you have, no one besides the state troopers allowed to direct traffic in an intersection.
Okay.
Yeah.
A signal intersection. Okay.
And I love having troopers on the job. I really do.
Yeah.
Those lights help, man. A lot.
They do.
Their red and yellow is so much better than, or red and blue is so much better than yellow. Yeah.
It is. Like I said, a lot of times it makes them slow down. I mean, if you're on a highway, forget it. People are flying.
Yeah.
But county roads, stuff like that, it does help. It really does. It slows people down. It gets their attention. Now the other thing is the cops set up in the right spot. Like I've seen a lot of times where they stay behind the crash truck, and I tell the cop, "Yo, bud, that crash truck's meant to help you too. Like, sit in front of it. So you don't. If somebody's going to hit something, don't let them hit you first." He's like, "Oh yeah, good point," and then they move up in front of the crash truck. But yeah, another thing that we did, not just cops too, for that is a guy I used to work for swore by coming up into an intersection, putting 5 cones in the center of the road, like in each lane, in the center of the lane, leading up to the intersection. It actually made people slow down. They saw the cones and they're like, well, "We don't have to do something." No, you could turn, you can go straight, whatever. Yeah. We just had 5 cones starting from where the intersection's at, going back each direction. And
that's smart, yeah.
And actually made it. Yeah. And I used to thought this was the dumbest thing. Yeah. I was like, "This is so dumb." Until I actually you know what? This actually freaking works. Yeah.
It's funny, man, because they ask you to do a lot of stuff that does work.
Yeah.
And it's stuff you might think is stupid, and you might get lazy some days, and you're like, "Ah, fuck that."
Right.
But it does work. And,
ultimately,
and the absence of it kind of proves it.
Yeah. Ultimately, when you're going into a construction zone, what they're trying to do is slow the traffic down and treat the people like cattle. Just let them go in and out of the chute, and then go on your way. Get out of the work zone as quickly and as efficiently as possible, safely as possible, but slow it down. And they tell you, treat the people like cattle. Like if you got to close the cone line up, because one person goes over, 15 others follow them.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Nobody can think for themselves. Nobody can think for themselves.
Yeah.
So, road work police. I think it's good. I love when they're on the job.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could also say "Oh man, we were just if you could pull over."
Yeah.
I was just working with you guys.
I was just working with you guys, right? Yeah.
I'm on your team.
Yeah, you don't know Officer such and such. He was just out on a construction job the other day.
Yeah. All right, let's get to some reaction videos. What we got?
I've seen this one 100 times. Why would anybody try that? He had to be the new guy.
He must have nailed this at least once. There's no way that felt good. Oh my goodness.
Ow.
And if you're listening to this and not watching,
it hits him right
this guy flips
the
up
pointy part of the hard hat lands
this guy
right on his
flips
head.
up a hard hat. This guy's trying to catch it on his head in perfect position. It just nails him.
Yeah, and it lands upside down on his head.
And you can see in his face, he's clearly not happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a time and material job.
Oh yeah.
That's a white hard hat.
Little dirty construction site though, man. Let's clean it. Let's police the area a little bit.
Box. They probably had to clean it out to get
the probably Connex box is all screwed up too.
Yeah, is that the side of the Connex box? That's the side door? It looks like a garage. Like a barn.
Okay, yeah, it does kind of look weird, don't it?
Yeah.
Like yeah, like it has a side entrance.
Yeah, it's a site
They
job.
do have them like that.
Site jobs are great, dude. You work on any site jobs?
I have been on certain. I was on the 295 direct connect job. That's a slight work job.
Yeah. Some of them are great.
Yeah, some are. It gets monotonous though. Like when you're out there on one like solar panel fields and stuff, it's just so monotonous in the one spot. I do like jumping around, like paving. Like you're normally on the one road for like 2-3 days and you're done.
You ever do like Atlantic City Electric, like a substation?
Pump stations.
So they got,
Same
did they
difference.
make you wear like the fire resistant clothes and?
It all depends
long
what we were. It all depends
sleeves?
what we were doing.
We had to. So inside of this work zone, which was like basically when you're driving down the road, and you see those like gnarly looking like, wire towers just all over the place. That's the substation, and we were doing some type of, I don't know, maintenance to it. I don't know. Ton of electricians out there, ton of laborers out there, ton of operators out there. Not allowed to carry anything over your shoulder. Number one, weren't allowed to in case electric could come down.
Yeah.
So they were real like strict about that. There was like had to do the morning stretch every morning.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the substation that with the electric.
Yeah,
Like,
like in
yeah.
Wildwood.
Yeah.
There was like I think the electricians like had to put the pipe. We were allowed to dig the trench and put the pipe in a hole, and the electricians had to put the pipes together.
Yeah, and pull the wire or
Just
whatever.
cool,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
But we had to wear. I mean, it was dead of summer in Wildwood, and we had to wear long sleeve fire resistant clothes.
Ooh,
brutal.
That's
brutal.
hot.
The first day I went there with nothing on, and they had like these bibs, which is essentially like a Michael Myers like
right.
like onesie, and it was 10 sizes too big.
Right.
I'm swimming in it, just dripping sweat. Hard hat. Like if you got caught like doing anything, that they just ask you to leave. They're tough, man.
Yeah.
Those are tough ones.
Is that one of the sites too that you can't smoke on either? No smoking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No smoking. No smoking. I smoked that. That's tough, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking cigarettes is tough. Man.
I was on a Sevenson job.
Like $12
It was
a pack now.
it was like they were restoring a creek that they did. They actually, it was all contaminated. They dug it all out. They redirectioned the creek, and they put it back in. It was wild how they did it. And the job I had was I had to go in and plant little grass, little plugs. That's all I did all day. And the mud boots, doop, 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 doop. And an operator drove like one of them Kubota like the Kubota side by sides and that's what an operator did. He drove us out into the thing, then drive us back. We go fill the back of it up with plants, come back out. It was a pretty sweet gig. Dead of summer though, so hot.
How were the greenheads there?
It was awful. Because you're in the mud. It was awful.
It's brutal.
But yeah, it was. You couldn't smoke out there, and if you got caught, you had to go up to the trailer. They had the office trailer.
To the principal's office.
Yeah, the principal's office. Yeah, you get your pee smacked, and if they caught you a second time, they threw you off the job.
Yeah, it's tough to smoke now, man.
Yeah.
You can't even like if you go to like. Have you been to like?
Tough financially.
It is. Have you been to like a sporting event though? And try like they don't let you smoke anywhere now.
No.
It's like brutal.
There is somewhere I just read that they are allowing smoking and vaping, and I forget where it's at. It's at like an outside place. It's a certain state. They're allowing it at like I want to say it's a sporting event or something like that.
Well, they should.
I'll see why outside.
I mean, they got you addicted to it, right?
Oh, well, I don't see why you can't do it outside. I mean,
yeah.
I don't smoke anymore, but
yeah.
as long as you're not directly blowing it in somebody's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I still. Did you smoke?
Yeah, I did.
Do you hate the smell of cigarettes?
No, actually, I actually kind of like the secondhand a little bit.
I love it, dude. I'm like, I still fantasize.
But if I was to puff a cigarette, I would get lightheaded and nauseous. Like it doesn't react to me well anymore.
I would feel horrible
yeah.
if I smoked a cigarette, but they still smell good. Keep on trucking, smokers.
That's right. Smoke them if you got them.
What else we got here? All right, let's check out the second video here. Wow. I'm assuming there's a pothole there.
There's thrown in water.
Holy shit.
First of all, where is this? Germany?
Wow.
Where is this?
No, they're driving on the right side. Where do they drive out in Germany?
I don't know, but this does not look like this is not America.
Holy shit. You sure?
Yeah, this ain't America. It's like Poland or something.
Can we see do you see a license plate? There's got to be some type of
Look at that truck.
identifying. Oh boy.
What's the tire? Where are they? Obviously, like
The
rain,
tire's,
there's a flood, but there's
divert
just like
water or something.
it's the odd.
Look
one
at the
of
curb.
oddest videos. It's like wood. It's timber.
That's impressive. What? Yeah. So what are that? You think they're filling on a? What do you think they're throwing? You
Look
think
like
that's like?
sand. I don't know what they're doing.
Is that stuff like absorb water or
I
something?
have no idea.
That's weird.
Like pissing in the wind doing this.
What are they?
Here,
job that is,
the
dude.
guy points. Yeah, throw one more. Here,
Yeah,
throw
get
another
another
one.
one. Yeah.
There you go.
Almost
All right,
done.
almost. We almost got it.
Holy shit!
That's like I've seen guys mix concrete like this, but they used way too much water and not enough concrete
oh my
mix.
God!
And you holler at them, "You're making mud, not soup."
Did you ever have to do this?
No.
You never had to throw shit out of the back of a truck?
Oh, oh yeah, topsoil, asphalt.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, yes.
A lot.
I've
Like,
done it. Yeah, stone. Yes.
Yeah. Some companies refuse to use like the hoe part of the backhoe. You ever been with like an operator like that?
Probably. Yeah, because they
you
don't want to
can't-
scratch the bed of the truck.
Dude. Brutal.
Please don't get me started with some operators. Shout out to the operators though. 825.
I love the
You guys do save us a lot. So shout out to the
Sometimes,
operators.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh boy. Hoisting glass.
This ain't gonna end well.
This is gonna definitely end well. Definitely shatter.
Oh.
Boom. Did you take like a hoisting and rigging class at all?
Yeah.
Is that properly?
That no. 100% not.
Is that just
What-
one? Is that just one point of?
What hit? No, it's like 2 points of couple. Where's what?
Yeah, but is this one even connected to anything, or is that just like hanging? Like I think it looks like they choked it. Don't it?
I don't even know.
It looks like they choked it, and then like the.
It looks like they came around it twice. Like they went around two. Let's see when it breaks. Yeah, that's 2 straps.
Yeah, it's 2 straps. My goodness, how expensive a piece of glass do you think that is?
Oh well, probably more than they can afford.
My goodness.
Getting third world country.
I've been getting glass. This guy, Ben the glass blower or something. His name is. My
Right.
wife found him online. He makes like glasses. I got my Scotch glasses.
Oh, he blows them. Yeah.
Dude, they're fucking badass, dude. Nice heavy, like.
Nice.
You ever get like a nice
Yeah.
blown piece
Yes.
of glass? Oh. Yeah, blown by hand,
Good handy's always good.
blown by, blown by lip. All right. Oh boy, starting
I've
off,
seen this
starting
one
out
go.
hot, dude. I like it already. Oh my god, dude.
Slow motion too.
Holy shit.
Slow motion. Watch the guy in the cab.
Oh,
Bang.
oh my god, that's the guy?
What's the guy in the cab? No, that's not the guy. I don't know what
Oh,
came
God.
flying out. But look, he's already the asset's already on the ground.
He's
Now,
just staring at the
that was
sky.
just slow motion going
Holy
backwards. He's
shit.
like, should I jump? Should I not
He's
jump?
trying to hold it down with all of his might. No, 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 no.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Dude, that's what it was like.
And lucky that no one got killed or went back
That's
into
going
traffic.
across traffic. That's definitely, that thing's falling like into traffic now. No cars. Here's a car.
Oh,
Escape death.
Just gonna miss it.
Escape death. Does he fall on the road? Nah.
Nah.
Everyone was protected. Dude, I knocked a light post like right across 4 lanes of Route 29 in Trenton
It was our job.
in rush hour.
I was your
traffic.
foreman.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
Oh, very well. I told you not, Steve. Just whatever you don't get in the machine.
Yeah.
I'm
They
gonna
told
just-
me to. They made me.
And then I went around the block to pick up, I don't know, signs or so. I come back
They made me.
and I see you do it. I'm like,
They said just backfill.
holy
Yeah.
shit! He just knocked the street light.
I grabbed
right
that thing by myself and pulled it out of the road.
Oh, I know.
That was like, how many feet high was that? 50 foot?
It was about a 25 foot. It was a standard street light post
Yeah.
that went straight up in the
Right
air.
across Route
You
29.
backed right into it, right across 29.
Rush hour traffic.
Yes.
Missed every car on the
Missed
fucking
every
curb.
car.
And I grabbed it
And
out.
we drug it across.
Drug it across by hand, threw up, fired myself, and left.
I don't even know if I said
I called the
anything.
project manager. It was Randy.
Oh, you
I
told me.
called him-
I wasn't even. I'm like, I don't know what
I
happened.
called Randy. I said, Randy, I'm fired. I'm going home. What happened? I had to call. I was calling like I was like,
I don't know what happened.
I fucked up. I didn't
like,
feel that thing, dude. I heard a ting.
Backhoes usually win.
I heard a ting like that. And then I looked back and I was like, no, just like this, dude. Just slow motion. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, thank God that didn't cause a multi-car pile up.
My goodness, dude, that was bad. One car pulled
Trenton.
over. I was like, this guy's.
We were literally
dead.
right along the river, right across from the
Yeah.
right across from the Trentonville, the Trenton, the
Remember
castle.
stripers and fucking guys are pulling out of that
Yes.
fucking river, dude? They
Yeah.
just had buckets
And
full of stripers.
that river's running too over there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right across the road.
Then I had to drive that truck to like Pennsylvania.
Right.
It maxed out at 30 miles an hour. It was like a
Oh,
it was like a 1970 Mack.
yeah.
Just blowing black smoke everywhere.
The truck was horrible.
People just wailing on their horns at me,
Yep.
flipping me off. I was like, I
We
can't.
were doing restoration out
Can't go
there,
any
some
faster.
concrete work.
It was the end of the job.
Yeah.
And we just were picking up a pile of debris.
Yeah.
They told me to pick up the pile of debris, throw it in the back of the truck, and take it to PA. So I did that, and they're like, yeah, just backfill. Or just back drag it.
Yeah.
And I was very, very comfortable on the back of that day. I felt very good about it. And then...
Until you wasn't.
And then dude, I had people pissing in cups for me just in case. I was like, yo, pissins?
He just come.
Yeah, I was done. I was like, I'm done forever. My life's
I need
over.
to borrow your pee.
I'm going to jail. Jeez, man.
Man.
That was a good job. 29.
Yeah. It was a pain in the ass to ride, but it was a good job.
The ride in the morning never bothers me, no matter how far it is.
No, it's the one. It's the way,
afternoon.
especially in the
Yeah.
summertime. If you're anywhere near the
Yeah.
expressway and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's just awful.
I like listening to the radio, drink a cup of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
just relax. Like like you go to work early. Mm-hmm. I go to work nice and early. I like a nice long drive or
Yep.
like a nice long.
Put the radio on, sports
chill.
talk radio,
Yeah.
podcast.
What do you listen to? You listen to 94.1?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. 94.1.
Yeah.
I like the camera, dude.
If it all depends, like it depends on what they start talking about. If they start pissing me off with some of the shit they say, then I turn it off and put my
The midday show,
music.
I can't listen to.
No,
They piss-
Ike Reese is the only one I enjoy listening to in the afternoon.
Hugh Douglas is good.
Yeah.
Well, I like the new show. I didn't like Johnny Marks. I didn't like that much.
I'd wish they'd bring Johnny Marks back. I actually, because I can't stand Spike Eskin. I hate him.
His
I
voice
loathe
is
him.
different, yeah.
And he's one of the ugliest human beings on 2 feet.
Well, that's why he's on the radio.
Yeah, he can't be on TV.
We should have him on the podcast.
We should.
We'll black him out.
The king's son, the prince.
The king's son.
Yeah.
He calls him Howard. No,
Yeah, he
weird.
does. Yeah, he does. His own
Yeah,
father.
Howard, yeah.
He's another pompous asshole, that
Oh, my
Howard
God,
Eskin.
dude.
He cannot stop talking about himself. He reminds me of Trump when he talks. Like he has to say something about himself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know that guy. We went golfing together. No big deal.
Yeah.
You know, like that's him. Yeah. We sit down and have dinner. I'm not saying if it's a holiday or not, but I'm over his house. I'm like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
I won't
Yeah.
say any names. Then he just like.
yeah, then I'll
says
drop
three.
names.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The morning show, I didn't mind Joe DeCamera and John Ritchie. I like them too. It all depends on what takes they're taking. Like they'll bring on Giglio and stuff like that, and and Elliot Shore Parks, and these guys are just
who's
steady
on-
hot takes.
Yeah, who's on in before the morning
So it's Hugh
show?
Douglas and
No, before the morning show.
John Johnson.
Do you ever listen to him eat snacks on the fucking radio?
I can't stand his
He's just-
voice.
Like
I don't
a-
like his voice. God
ah.
bless, rest in peace, Big Daddy Graham. I enjoyed listening
Yeah,
to Big
he
Daddy
was
Graham.
great.
Yes.
I miss Angelo.
No,
I do miss Angelo.
I do miss Angelo. And like I said, I don't mind. Yeah, but John Johnson. Oh my God, he is
Brutal.
like,
I thought they were going to give him the morning show.
and the way he talks, like, and what do you think? You do this. No. I'm like, stop. I had to turn it.
Yeah, I can't listen to the midday. I like Hugh Douglas, but I can't. Most of the time, I can't listen to the other one, Joe.
No,
He's bad.
no.
Yeah.
Giglio? Is it Giglio? Yeah, Joe Giglio. Yeah, he's another
I
one.
met Fritz,
Hot take Giglio.
Yeah,
That's
I met
all he is.
Fritz and Ben, or who's the one in the morning? The producer.
Seltzer?
Seltzer. James
Yeah.
Seltzer. I met them at the Phillies playoff game last year.
Oh, okay.
Dude, they're cool as shit.
They are good guys.
like you're boys with them. Like they're
yeah,
cool.
I like them
Yeah.
guys.
So this week we're interviewing Billy Blanks,
825 operator.
labor turned operator.
Yeah, and usually,
the coveted switch.
yeah, usually the best operators out there were prior
Yeah.
laborers because they understand,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he says about like if it's like the grass is really that much greener,
it's
Because a lot of guys
comparable.
like you're on the ground, you're watching the operator in an air conditioned thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Wherever they're in,
right.
They're not like breaking their balls, you know.
I always found there was 3 different times I was going to switch, and one was as of like last winter. I had actually talked to one of the guys, got my name on the list, and just didn't follow through with it because the more I talk to operators and the more I talk to our benefit package is so.
Oh, yeah.
And the guys are like, dude, your benefit package. Why would you want to leave that?
How many years you got in?
I have 14. So I'm going to go until I'm 55, which will give me about 25.
You could operate from 55 to 70.
Yeah, at 55 I want out of construction.
Yeah.
I'll go drive a forklift somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll go be a Walmart greeter. I don't care. Anything to be out of construction and out of the weather.
Yeah.
And I'll do real estate. I don't care. I'll do something just
See Flounder billboards all over.
That's it.
Right next to the burn bomb.
Next to burn. Buy with burn. Yeah, so yeah, I almost did, but if you had to go, I would think in tiers, we had the top. Our benefit packages top. Operators are right underneath of us. They're very comparable.
If the end game is retirement, you know what I mean. It doesn't make any sense to
our retirement. If you 30 years get you and your wife covered with medical up until Medicaid. Is it Medicaid or Medicare?
Yeah.
One or the other. One of them kick in. And when that becomes your primary, the 172 don't drop you. That insurance becomes your secondary insurance.
So you pay less.
Right. No, you don't pay anything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So if whatever Medicare or Medicaid don't pick up, the secondary come in.
My cousin Bobby, who passed away to cancer, he was like, man, he was fighting that for a long time. Like all the chemo, all the treatment, I mean, tons. Like the best doctors, the best everything. And dude, he always talked about how little he had to pay because of how good our benefits were.
Now, operators,
super appreciative
from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, the 825 guys, I believe when they retire, they only have medical insurance up 1 year after they retire.
Yeah, you might. I'll ask Billy.
And then you have to. Then I think it's like you either pick up Cobra or something like that until you can get, So but I mean, other than that, I mean, obviously they get a little more in the check. Our vacation pay, I think, is a little better.
Yeah.
Our pension credit, I mean,
they get the stipend. They get the stipend.
They do get the stipend when they're laid off. So that is a nice. That's a nice perk.
Yeah.
But
tomato.
I guess. Listen, if you're in an air conditioned machine,
how many fucking contractors did you see? With
not many. Like, and if
some
they
of them will bitch about it,
or a lot of them, like once the air conditioner breaks in the machine, that's it. Just leave the doors open and the windows because they ain't fixing it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, so is it? It can be nice to be in that machine. I mean, I've seen operators too complain about jumping in the machine and backing it up, like literally. But
it's got to be stressful too, man. That's a big.
Well, that's I give like when you're in an excavator doing pipe on a residential road, and you got wires and shit hanging. Yeah, dude. And I give them guys all the credit in the world because they're diving under wires, they're dumping in the trucks.
Imagine running a buggy.
Yeah,
that's what Billy does.
Yeah, he does.
I'm excited to talk to him about it. So we'll see what he has to say. We had some.
We had some Facebook comments.
We did have
Can you
some Facebook
pull them up on there?
Yeah, I can. As a matter of fact.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this fucking shit.
So I asked a question on Facebook. Hey, if you guys are watching and following, give me some questions to ask on the segment tonight. So
should we say people's names?
We can. So we'll start with all comments. Let's see. Mike DeRose, union versus non-union, and pros and cons of each. So, I mean, union is you're protected. You got our pay is much better. Our benefits are much better. And if you get laid off in the union, you go back to the hall. You can go back out to work. Your job's, your job's protected. You can, as long as you're not a shitbag. You just get laid off or whatever. You're not sitting there now going out and filling out applications after application to get another job. Your business agent's going to go out there and try to find you work and put you back out to work.
And all these benefits that we've been talking about, you only need 1,000 hours in a year to qualify for those benefits, for the retirement, for the. I mean, everything.
Yeah, and you can get 1,000 hours in 6 months.
Yeah,
I mean, easily if you can.
Yeah.
So, our benefit, definitely the benefits. We have a retirement, we have a pension, we have an annuity, which is basically a 401k. Listen, I have I would have, if I wasn't stupid when I was younger, I have a lot more money. But everything that I do have,
Samesies.
yeah, everything that I do have, I owe to the union,
Yeah.
and the paycheck that I've had since I got in when I was 30 years old. I wish I got in sooner. Helmets to hard hats. So if you come out of the military, it's a big program now. They basically place you in, like, if you want to go operators or laborers or sprinkler pipe fitters, carpenters. They'll
that's awesome,
they help
that
you
is
out.
awesome.
That was that
really cool.
program was just coming out when I got out in 2004 out of the military, and I never looked into it. I should have. I actually tried to become a sprinkler pipe fitter, and
They make big money, right?
Yeah, they make good money.
I think they're
The building
are they the highest paid?
probably in the building trades, probably.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, so the pros and cons. I mean, there's pros and cons to each of it. I mean, if you're, to be in a non-union,
Well, you're getting prevailing wage, so you're getting everything
if
in
you're
the paycheck.
on them jobs,
Right. If you're on a state job that requires union wages,
and you're not union, you'll get the prevailing wage.
You get prevailing wage, which is all of our pay, all of our benefits, all of our annuity, all of our everything, all in your paycheck.
Right.
Which is titties.
Yeah.
But you also have to be responsible enough
Yeah,
with
and
the
you're
money
also looking
to
at,
put it
like,
in the right
if
place.
you're non-union, you're looking at, we make $50 an hour.
Yeah.
Non-union's probably making $25 an hour.
Right.
But non-union companies are also not on big work.
Yeah.
We're out there. We're, our union. We have training centers. Most of them do.
Yeah.
We're skilled. We should be skilled laborers, skilled operators, skilled electricians, plumbers, whatever. And I think that's the pros of. I honestly think the pros outweigh the cons in the union. I've been a non-union. I've been a non-union construction worker and a non-union truck driver. I've done it, and all I wanted was to get that book so I could start making some good money and getting benefits.
Yeah. The one con I would say is, like, there's not a lot of conflict resolution. Like you are very replaceable in a union. There's guys waiting for your job, so it kind of keeps you competitive. It keeps you doing the right thing, keeps you working hard, keeps your nose down. You know what I mean? But if you're at a company that's non-union, they might be more inclined to keep you there,
right?
Because it's
and
harder.
If you ask these companies to say, I think some of these companies are going to have a different thing to say. A lot of them are going to say, well, they'd rather have non-union, they're cheaper or whatever. I've heard, the unions protect drug addicts and pedophiles, and no, we don't.
No,
if you're a shithead, you're a shitbag. So you're not going to make it very far. So
yeah, I mean, the training, like you said, is you could get you can get any training you want. It's all free. I mean, even like your medical card, if you have a CDL, they pay for it. I mean, everything you can think of, they pay for. It's a really, really good gig. Like, if you don't know what you want to do, if you have no direction at all, and you like teamwork and stuff like that, it's a pretty good direction, I'd say, for a lot of people.
So this next one, this guy, Joey Moe. So shout out to Joey Moe. If you ever need an appliance guy, Murado's, he's the guy to go to for these appliances around your house. Instead of buying a new one, have him come out. Very affordable, very dependable. I highly
that's great when guys
suggest
can
him.
do that. Dude.
Yeah,
a lot of guys will just be like, "Oh, you need a new one."
He's killing it. He's killing it, and he's
awesome.
excellent. We've had him out at our
That's
house.
honest,
And he's an honest guy. He'll tell you, listen, you might want to just buy another refrigerator, or hey, I could probably fix it for this much, and he does it. He's great. His question is electrical tape to cover cuts. I know in my field, that's my first aid go-to. Yeah, crazy glue, electrical tape, whatever you can find. Unless it's a really
unbelievable
big gash, we're not leaving the job.
Yeah,
my hands are burnt, callous, cut. So
duct tape.
Yeah.
I prefer duct tape. Heals all wounds. So,
you can.
If you have a broken heart, you can put it on your chest.
Put duct tape.
And it will be healed. Dude, Louis Micholi.
Yeah, Lou.
How to survive a summertime porta potty.
So my response to that actually was poop with the door open. And the secret to that is take a truck. If you can get a company truck, take a company truck, pull it in front of the porta pot, and then open the porta pot door. This way you're blocked, and you poop with the door open. It's like having air conditioning.
Well, that door too, man. Like, it's very restrictive. Like, dude, those
And
are not
slams shut.
big. Those aren't big.
But the porta pot, and listen, if they're not clean and it's hot, they're the worst.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta go. You gotta poop.
It's only those are for in case of absolute emergency, medical emergency.
Right.
I do not go.
I do.
I do Dunkin' Donuts CVS, Walgreens.
Yes.
They have the
Wawas.
doors. They have, I don't do Wawa.
You can't do
You have
Wawa?
to poop next to people. They come in and out. You can't poop in peace. I feel
Dunkin'
weird.
Donuts is probably the best
I feel
one.
weird on my phone. Like you got to keep the volume down. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. I don't like that. I like CVS, Dunkin' Donuts. You can shut the door. You lock it. People can knock all they fucking want. Can't get in.
Right.
You just got to say, "Yo, what's up?" So they don't get the key and come in. I think you're like overdosed in the bathroom.
Let's do one more. Let's see.
Why the name? Two in a blue.
Oh, right. So why the name?
So
Got
it's the old school. It's an old school union way of saying layoff. It's 2 paychecks and a blue slip.
Yeah.
That's how people got laid off.
That's how they got laid off back in the day.
Yeah. When you get laid off, you get your pay for the week you're working in currently and your previous week. So
Right.
you get 2 paychecks, and then usually,
Yep.
I mean, they don't do blue slips.
Now
anymore.
it's
They
like
don't
two.
even do
Now it's
that.
just 2 checks.
And
Now
it's all
it's like-
direct deposit now. Like people
Yeah.
don't really.
I like it.
Yeah. 2 in a blue boulevard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, now it's just 2 checks, 2 in a blue, 2 in a. I guess you should probably say 2 in a pink. There's a pink slip.
Yeah, pink slip.
I don't know if we ever had pink slips, but
2 in a pink though sounds very it's a little racy.
yeah,
2 in a pink, 1 in
a little
the stink.
risque, maybe. Yeah. I like 2 in a blue.
The old shocker. You know.
I think this is great. I mean, listen, when they started coming out with podcasts, everybody's doing podcasts. I'm like, everybody's doing podcasts. I'm like, it's the new wave. It really is. It's the new wave. This is how people are getting information and entertainment. And instead of listening to the radio, you can just plug into this, and you know. So having said that, don't forget, share, like, follow us, and subscribe.
Please.
You know what I mean? Get us out there. Share us with the other. If you guys are unions. If you're watching, you're a 825 guy, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, or whatever. Share,
Anyone,
share it with the unions, and get us out there, and we'll be happy. Even though we're both laborers, we respect our other unions, and we we want to get your name out there too. We want to get your union out there, and let you guys know that you're recognized too. You're out there. We recognize all of them because we build America.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying for the interview. We're here with Billy Blanks, otherwise known as Ladder.
How you doing?
How'd you get that? Who gave you that nickname?
God rest his soul, TJ Bassetti.
Yeah,
When I was 15.
15.
15 or 16, yeah.
You weren't even a ladder at that point.
I was a baby giraffe.
He anticipated the
Yes.
growth spurt.
He saw it coming before everybody else.
When did you get so ladder-esque?
I'd say more like 20, 21. That was when it was like full-blown ladder.
How old were you?
What, full-grown? Like 21. I kept growing until I was 21.
Yeah, how tall were you
6'4" when we graduated high school.
You were 6'4"?
Now I'm 6'7".
Holy shit.
Yep.
That must be not. I stopped at like 14.
It's hard getting close.
Oh,
It's hard getting close.
That's awesome, dude.
Now I'm growing out instead of up.
Yeah. Join the club.
It happens.
When did that start?
The outness,
Yeah.
I'd say as soon as I got an 825,
When was that?
8 years ago.
8 years now?
Yeah. Gained, I think 30 or 40 pounds from sitting in the seat. And,
What were you, 28 at the time?
yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I started getting fat like 31.
Yeah, as soon as I stopped laboring, there was no really physical movement going on.
Yeah. Yeah, when I met Michelle, she was like the first person to ever cook for me, other than my mom. So everything she cooked, I just ate.
Good cook?
She's a great cook.
That's phenomenal.
But like in my family, the love, like it's like eating is a love language in my family. So you make my mom, my grandmother, you're very, very happy when you finish your food. So
You made everybody
to
happy.
show appreciation, yeah, I always finish my plate.
You look great now, my man.
Oh, thanks, man. I've been working on it.
You look great. I need to start working on
Oprah hooks me up, dude. All right, so dude, after high school, what did you do?
I was working asphalt, non-union with Jade Construction, the Paladinos from Echo. And then I had a friend named
Yeah.
he asked me, he had a union company, he asked me to get in the union. So went to work with him, got in 172. And then throughout the years, just worked with different companies. And I just didn't want to shovel anymore and work.
Well, how long were you in laborers?
8 years.
So you were vested.
Yes, I got a pension from him.
You do currently?
No,
When you're 65?
Yes, but it's only 8 years of, I think it was $68 an hour of pension credit then.
68?
I got out right when it went to 100.
Oh.
Yeah, and now it's 200. So
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I should have stayed, but I looked long term, and I knew I could do that until I was 65, 70. You just sitting there; it's not real wear and tear on your body.
What made you like? Is that what it was? Was the wear and tear you were thinking of mostly?
So I got out of asphalt, and I was with doing gas work, utility work, and we were just shoveling holes every day.
That's brutal.
Looking
That's
for
brutal work.
Yeah, by the way,
I did that for a while.
if anyone's out there watching, utility guys are bad people. That's hard.
They get
work.
it, dude.
Yo,
They're not
just covered in sweat in a hole with a shovel.
They get.
dirt
They're
all over
going
you.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had an opportunity to get an 825, and
How'd you get the opportunity?
I was working with an operator that he really good guy. He knew people. He was a crane operator, but he happened to be running an excavator for us. And he said they needed asphalt guys. He knew I knew how to do asphalt, and he asked me if I knew how to run the machines. I said yeah, and he set me up.
Well, how'd you learn how to run the machines?
Just from being a laborer, and the operators would let me get on there and play.
What did you play with?
The mill machine, paver.
Really?
Yeah. Backhoe sucked. I'm just now starting to get okay on that. But yeah, just played around, and the operators were cool enough to let me do it, and figured it out.
I feel like you would need like a lot of seat time to get comfortable.
Yeah. When I first got in, they had me on the transfer machine. I didn't know how to run anything else but that. And my first night I ever ran it, I actually didn't know how to start it.
The buggy?
There was an operator by the name of Vic running the paver,
I know, Vic.
and we were on the Parkway first night, and I walked up to it, and it was off, and I'm up there, and I'm trying to turn it on, and no power. And here I didn't know they shut the batteries off. So I walked up to him, and I was like, yo, bud, how you start this thing? He was like, oh my God, what is this guy? The whole sent me this thing. But then, sure enough, he was like a mentor to me. We worked together for, I think, 4 or 5 years. With still talk to him all the time. He's a great person.
So were you just on the ground as a laborer, just looking at the operators, just
Yeah. Like,
you're just like, man,
why am I
fuck
doing
this.
Yeah. And they made more money. And I'm just like, that's what I want to be when I get older.
yeah.
But now I'm here, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, 8 years. I mean, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But if I stayed in 172, I would have been 49 with 30.
Oh,
But
yeah,
who knows?
that would have been nice.
Roll the dice.
So what happened to your retirement package with the laborers when you transferred?
So I could have kept my annuity in with them, and
With the laborers,
yes,
just let it sit?
let it ride.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me I couldn't hold 2 books, so I had to let the laborers
Mm-hmm.
go, and I pulled my annuity out. I put it on my house. I just put it on my down payment.
Oh,
on
you
my
just
house.
pulled it and
Pulled it and put it right on down.
did they
payment
give
on
you
my
the
house.
option to dump it into something for the operators?
No,
Nah.
that's you got to put that in hourly.
They won't even. Okay.
No,
That kind of sucks.
and then I just started over with 825.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at 28, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's awesome, dude. That's,
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's going.
Yeah. Is it like, is it as, because I think like a lot of people just think it's easy. Like it looks
No.
like a video game.
Yeah, that's what I thought also.
Yeah.
Until you get up there and you're like, whoa.
You're like, I'm high as fuck in the air.
Yeah.
I got this.
And with asphalt, they're real big machines. Like they're just big.
Yeah, they're like 70
It's like
tons.
steering a house around.
70 tons. 140,000 fucking pounds, and mill machines are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of, dude. That's a lot of. That's like, I don't know, man. That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, with the transfer machine, it was good being on that first to where it's so big and top
That's
heavy.
huge, yeah.
And it's like
That mill probably feels like nothing.
Yeah, nothing feels anything compared to that buggy when you have everything turned and you're trying to dump in the
Is that
paver.
hard to do? I watch you up there and you're steering, and you have to follow the, like you got to follow the paver. You got to know what the operator. You kind of have to know the operator.
That's what made it easy. I knew all the steps as a laborer.
Yeah.
To where once I was on the machine,
Yeah.
I already knew all those steps.
Yeah.
To where if you don't know what's coming,
So like you're taking a bend at night. You got a truck in the transfer machine, and you know, like and you also have to aim the asphalt into the hopper.
It's pretty much you and the dump man. You got
Is
to be
that
a good
hard?
team.
Is that hard to get?
You got to put the truck down if you're going around a bend. It's all
Well, okay.
There's
It was just an
you and
example. Yeah.
you and the dump man have to really be in sync. You can't hear nothing because it's so loud.
Yeah.
Mostly hand signals, everything at nighttime. It sucks because you can't see because
Mm-hmm.
the lights are just blinding everybody.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad. It's just pretty much you got to oversteer to where like when you're going around bends and everything, just think your back tire that has to clear.
Yeah.
To where you got to get the front way out to the left in order to come back to the right.
You ever just like forget you had to also aim the belt into
You're
the
just-
hopper,
You're just steady.
and it's just this like
Yeah.
going off to the side. It's
Yeah.
getting all over fucking place. That happens.
They have them now where it's all high tech to where everything's sonared,
Really?
and it's not.
We don't
fun.
have nothing like that.
I've ran them though to
Oh, yeah.
where, like, you'll have a laborer walk in front
So
of
what do you do then?
your.
You just
The
chill.
machine just does its own thing, and you're like, "Oh my god, please stop!" And
Oh, my
then you
God.
just shut everything off.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like the sonar because you're not in control. I don't think it's that safe.
Yeah. No, that could. I
You're
can
just-
see that.
Yeah,
I can see that. But you still have control of like you can override it.
yeah, but some of them new ones that when they sit down to do the highway work, it's like they're trying to make it in the spec to where they have all.
Oh, where it has to be. So they're trying
Like
to.
the new Weilers, almost you can't really run it manually because it's so jumpy.
So how do you like?
It's set up. Just
How do they
for
put that into the spec?
I don't think
The state
that's,
has to approve
That's what they
that.
were talking. Yes,
How much money does like one of these buggy companies have to pay the state of New Jersey to get that
I don't. I'm
to
not.
make that even an option?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. The spray pavers is the big thing now that they're trying to make.
Was there
in
is
the
there like
spec.
oh yeah
Yeah, the spray pavers is the big thing now.
wow well, is there like an issue with manual like running machinery manually that like has there been issues?
Yeah, but like, see how they do the GPS dozers?
Yeah.
Like they do that to where the blade just pretty much does its own
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it
You're
makes
just sitting
life
there.
easy for everyone.
Yeah,
And you still need an operator in there.
yeah, but I mean, you're just pretty much a robot at that point.
Still got to steer, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So, can you talk about a time where maybe you felt like the most amount of pressure in a piece of machinery?
Yes. So I got put on a pipeline, and I'm an asphalt guy to where I never really did that. And they put me in excavators, and I never ran an excavator until then. And they let me go for like probably 2 or 3 months in the pipe yard. And then they said, all right, we're going to put you in the excavator for a pullback. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell a pullback is. So they line all these excavators up, and you're hooked to the pipe. And it was 30-inch in diameter steel, all welded together. And they were pulling it back like a directional bore. It was under a creek. So the drill was pulling that back, and you're on the excavators walking it, and it's all in the little sleds. And you just guide it, but you got to walk while there's power lines. So I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. There's a labor on the ground. We're like, pull. Well, the excavator starts pulling, and I had to go down. And I didn't know because you couldn't use your hand. You got to have your hands on the pipe
Yeah.
and move with your feet. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Almost pulled me right over. Almost flipped the excavator right
Oh
over.
my God.
I hurried up and caught it, but dude, horrible. My asshole was so
Just
tight.
sweating, dude. Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Oh my goodness.
Bad.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, that was very bad. And you can't really come in hungover because
Nah. Ever?
no, like when I was labor, I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
God, drink
I
it
feel
all
like I've
night.
seen you hungover a couple times.
It sounded good. Yeah.
So we're like, was it something that you kind of felt like overly confident with at first, and then something like scared you into like realizing how big of a piece of equipment you were running?
At that point, it was just.
I mean,
Please.
was it ever like that?
No, I never was like, oh my God, this is like, I was nervous and everything, but I was around it my whole life with the labor and to where it was an easy transition.
Yeah.
To where you were walking around the machines all the time.
Yeah.
You know how they work from the ground, and now you're in the seat to where it wasn't that bad.
Are you glad you switched?
Yeah, and with the retirement for laborers, no, but I would have never have known that was going to happen. But yeah, I'm pretty content.
Yeah. You got a good gig, dude.
Yeah, got a very good gig now.
Yeah.
Got a lot of great guys working around us, and it's like a little family.
Yeah, it is.
It really
cool.
is. It's
fun.
First time that I don't hate anybody. Every single guy that I work with, I like.
Yeah.
To where that's very rare.
Yeah. That's really important.
Very important.
You know, because the work sucks no matter what.
Yep.
You
It's
know?
construction.
Yeah, but when you have a good crew, it's like.
You don't want to leave it.
Yeah.
You don't want to let the other guy down.
What kind of what bad crews have you had?
I'm not saying any names, but there's been a few.
No, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to say names.
There's been a few bad crews. Just yellers, screamers. They're the ones I don't normally get along with.
Do you hate when laborers become overly hand gesture?
Yes. Yes. If you throw your hands up that's like the number one rule with me.
Yeah.
I'll climb down and be like, "Listen, bud, we're not going to operate that way."
How about when you're digging or something, or trying to pick something up, and they're trying to tell you what to do with the
that could get
grabbing balls.
Yeah, that could get a little annoying. They do little gestures and everything, but
yeah,
I just pretty much ignore it.
Yeah,
unless it's like a higher up.
Yeah.
If I know what I'm doing, I'm pretty much just like, all right.
Yeah, just get out of the way.
Yeah. Like, this is what we do.
So, dude, we got a segment on the show called "What's the Dumbest Thing You've Seen This Week?" So I'll ask you, what's the dumbest thing you've seen this week?
I gotta see it, right? Not hear about it. Like when a safety guy smoked his head with a bar, had to get stitches.
That wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
That was the operator's fault.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't listening to hand gestures.
Now, what's the... I got one. The Parkway. We were paving, and a guy left his PTO engaged and was going back to the plant to get asphalt and hit an overpass at 70 miles an hour.
Oh, his thing went up?
Yeah, it was up in the air.
He had
and
no
he's just
idea?
driving down the road at 70.
I just watched a video about that.
He hit underneath the overpass on the Parkway.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, and we just ran up to the truck. He was all bloody.
You saw it?
Oh yeah, I was the first one on the scene.
And he was.
I was standing with the mechanic.
Was he sky high?
Yeah, so it ripped the body off. The body was still the piston was up in the air, diesel or hydraulic everywhere, and he was just like, "What I hit?"
No.
Yeah, he was all blood.
He's gone.
Not bad, just had cut, but I was just like, "Whoa, dude, I can't touch you."
Oh,
you got blood everywhere.
Dude.
Yeah, and the state troopers came and everything. It was crazy. I had to get an that was the first time I ever ran an excavator. It was for 3 seconds. They told me to get the excavator and rip the body off, and I was like, and they kicked me out.
Is that much? Are the controls much different than a backhoe?
Well, there's different types. There's John Deere controls, case the foot swing, 4-stick, and then there's pilot controls like cat excavators.
Once you got it, do you got it?
The John Deere's opposite. So your left hand and right hand do the opposite.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's why you never see John Deere's.
No, they have switches in them to where you can just switch back and forth.
Well, that's good.
Some guys learn on John Deere, other guys learn on pilot controls.
Could you imagine learning on that and then nothing else is like that?
I know. Yeah, you just got to sit there and play with it.
Yeah.
I actually learned the foot swing with the case by ripping stumps out in my backyard. Just not knowing what I'm doing. I couldn't hurt nobody and figured it out. Well, I sound like Darth Vader.
Oh.
All them cigarettes I ripped over the years. 2 packs a day for a decade. Is today 19th? So yesterday was 3 months.
All right.
Not one cigarette.
Congrats.
Yep. Zenning the shit out of it.
How's it feel?
I feel great. More energy.
It goes right away, right?
I don't drink caffeine anymore.
Ooh.
Every morning I don't need it. I literally wake up, grab water and a banana, and I'm out the door.
Wow.
Get to work and fine.
Holy shit.
I used to drink at least a Monster or a coffee every morning.
Did you get a headache? You're supposed to get like a headache when you stop drinking.
Drinking the caffeine?
Caffeine, yeah.
No.
Didn't affect you at all. No. Well, how much did you drink before you stopped?
I would drink one Monster of coffee a day, every morning. One. No, one.
And a coffee?
No.
Oh.
Either or.
Oh, okay. That's not
Well, I would definitely have to have a little
Monster's
shot of
way
caffeine.
more caffeine than a coffee.
Dude, when we were on nights, I would use the big one
Oh shit.
with the little screw top.
Oh my god.
I would drink 2 of them a day.
They're not good for you.
I would drink one when I woke up,
Yeah.
so I could get stuff done around the house, and then when I would go into work, I'd drink another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
was
I know
not good.
too many of them. I mean, if you like sip it all day, I think that's what they intend for you to do. But we just.
I was more like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Just chug. That's how I do everything. I just chug everything.
Yeah.
Anything near me, just chug.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, we were talking about that at the during the podcast. I drank today. I drank 120 ounces
Of
water.
I definitely smoked a gallon. I think maybe more.
Yeah,
I smoked a gallon at work, but I forget what I
that's
drank.
that's
Now.
128, right? That's 128 ounces, right? I'm not sure. A gallon. Should we look it up?
Sounds about right.
Look it up.
Yeah, you got the iPad.
It's 120.
I can barely spell my name. So.
I think that sounds right. 128.
Yeah, I stay hydrated.
Yeah, dude. Do you drink a lot of water every day? Do you ever
Did I wish I
go
was younger.
like? Do you drink that much water on the weekend?
Oh, it's alcohol.
Don't you feel like fucking shit when you
Yeah.
don't drink water?
Yeah, death.
It's water.
But when you're out, you're having the time of your life, and then the next day you're just dead.
Yeah, but you could drink water all day and then go out and drink.
But no, the next day, Pedialyte and all that, none of that helps. None of that helps for me. I think I need like an IV or something.
Well, how much do you drink?
A lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
yeah, I can.
But weekend warrior, I don't drink every day.
Yeah, no, I'm a.
Weekends only. Mostly weddings and everything.
Yeah. What's your drink of choice?
Drink of choice. I'd go vodka and soda with lime.
Really?
Nice smooth.
Very healthy.
No, I'm not. That's probably the only healthy thing
That's
I
the
do.
healthy. It's like the healthiest drink you can have, I think.
Now, if I want to get going, vodka and Red Bull.
Very unhealthy.
Yes. Can't have too many of them. Years ago, I would whole night vodka and Red Bull. Get home.
Dude, I never even like put together how a vodka Red Bull like made me feel. Like I never took notice of like doesn't feel good. Like I never attributed me feeling like shit to vodka Red Bull. But
It's horrible.
definitely felt like shit drinking vodka Red Bull.
Yes, but I would just mix everything where I didn't know. I
Yeah,
couldn't
you know-
pinpoint it on one thing.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Just keep the tequila. Keep tequila away from me. Tequila is horrible.
So what else you got going on besides like construction shit? You got your girl?
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
I think we're going on 3 years.
Holy shit. She's getting her hair done today?
Yep.
That's why
She's
you're
getting
allowed
her.
out.
She's getting her hair did. Yep. I snuck out.
What time was the haircut?
4:00, and she was before I got she left my house at 4. She was she was getting her head blow dried when I was pulling in here at 8:00.
She's been sitting at a salon for 4 hours.
I think her appointment was 5. She left my house at 4.
3 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes girls to get their hair cut?
Maybe she's not getting her hair cut.
Haircut, bro.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh my god. Where do you get your hair cut?
Right in Acco, Ray's Barbershop.
Oh, yeah. How
Yeah.
long does it take you?
Not that long, and most of it's falling out, so
That looks good. Got a nice
it's
head
still
of hair.
there. Still there a little bit.
Good. Yeah. I go to Fresh Cuts. My boy Mike, dude.
Where's Fresh Cuts at?
It's right in the middle of town in Hamilton.
Gotcha.
My boy Mike, dude, takes care of me. It's a really good experience. It's like it's an experience. Well, dude, you know what he does is he's got like the Spanish channels on the TV, just as loud as can be, and he forgets he's cutting your hair, and he does like the like with the you know how
Just
like
so you
someone do,
hear
like,
it, like a sprinkler's just
yeah, he
going
does
off in
it,
your
like-
ear.
Yeah, by accident though. He just like so he'll just sit there like and watch, just totally watch TV. and just
And you're just sitting in the
give
chair.
you a pet every once in a while. You're like, dude, one time he cut me like Forrest Gump, and it was like
No.
he was like, oh, I gotta go get my dinner, and he walked to go get his dinner.
And you're just sitting in
And
the
I'm
chair.
just staring at myself in the mirror, just
And you
Forrest
just got
Gump.
buzz cut from here.
Like an idiot, bro.
Skinned.
Yeah, horrible.
Looking like you're like Full
Yeah.
Metal Jacket.
But he does
maybe.
a great job. He really does a great job, and it's he has a lot of good smelly like stuff that smells really good.
Hit you
Like
with
you
all-
never get like razor burn. Like you always
hit you with the alcohol.
yeah, he hooks it
A little
up.
sting right at the end.
He hooks it up, and you can always get an appointment. Like if you take care of him, like tip wise, like he'll always fit you in. So, Steven's preschool on his last day of school, we sent in a mason jar, which was a time capsule for when he's in high school, when he's graduates
That's
high
awesome.
school. So it was just like write a little letter, and I'm writing this letter, dude, and I got like emotional, right? Because I'm like, man, where the fuck am I gonna be in 12 years? Yeah, it's fun. I don't know, dude. Him and his boys are just into like scary shit, dude. Yeah, they're like Godzilla. I think it's YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. This is what you're probably watching this on. But
So they just
kids love YouTube. Like they watch. Like he was real into watching. I don't know, like people play with action figures, but they were like adult men. Sometimes, most of the time, they weren't even like American. Sometimes it wasn't even in English.
really.
And he would just watch. Yeah. And we just like, but then the problem with YouTube is like you'll find something he likes, and then maybe you'll like start doing something else, whatever, and you come back, and they're watching something fucking weird, dude. Like grown men in adult like
No.
costumes, like killing each other. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you?
Where do they even find that in the search engine? Like they just
They don't know, but like
So
you'll
it's
watch.
all
So I would just put like YouTube Iron Man,
okay.
you know, and it would just be like whatever. Like sometimes like he would want to listen to Black Sabbath, like whatever. It would just be like all these Iron Man options. So you would click one, and then like YouTube just like decides what you watch next if you don't pick it. So he would just sit there, and if we weren't paying attention, the next thing would pop up. Not the next thing that we saw, just the next thing that came after that particular video.
Yes.
And dude, like there was one where like it was like these 4 way overweight, like mid 50 men were dressed up in children's costumes, spandex, and they would like graphically murder each other. Dude, like,
What?
yeah, like I walked in one time and he was like watching it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Oh my
bro?
God.
So I was like, no more YouTube for you ever again. YouTube Kids, I guess, is cool, but like he can't like. yeah,
Wow.
fuck that. I gotta be there. He watches Bluey now. That's it. Just with myself.
To go back.
Yeah.
But we're here.
Yeah. We're still here.
Still alive.
We made it, dude.
Yeah, we did.
Look at the cameras. We made it big.
We made it. I'm sitting in Stevie's basement on a Thursday night drinking a Miller Lite.
Hell yeah.
I really do hope this takes off.